Hello everyone and welcome to this GibbsCAM Tech Tip. In this GibbsCAM Tech Tip, we will be discussing GibbsCAM 2.5D chamfering. We'll show you how easy it is to program your parts with this chamfering process. Using this chamfering process will save you hours and hours of hand deburring on your parts. Okay, so here's a very simple part, and that's what we're going to start off with. And this is pretty typical. You might want to put chamfer around these holes or maybe around the outside. So something very common, but something very simple. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our tools. First thing we're going to do here is create a tool. Create a 1/2" tool with a 90-degree included angle. You can make it whatever you want, which is really nice. The software will pick up on whatever angle. Here we're going to use 90, so we get a 45-degree chamfer. Okay. Next, we'll bring this down and we'll select contour. And now in the pull down, we have deburring and chamfering. Okay. So here we set our clearances, whatever we want to set our clearances to be. Start, and then the depth that we want the software to see how deep we're going to go. So it looks at all the areas up to a 1/2" deep. Then we're going to come over here. We can set edge depth or wall depth. The cut depth. So we're going to have a 20 thou. And then the tool contact point. So the tip of the tool is 10 thou past the depth. So total depth of 30. Then we're going to do nearest to next. So the linking order, however you select them. You can do it horizontally, vertically, or by selection. In our case, we're just going to do nearest to. Now, we're going to go here and we're going to do our face selection, and we're just going to select the faces. Now, this is one way of creating the tool path for the part. So again, quick, simple, and easy. Okay. Now, the next way we can do this is we're going to turn on the edges. So as you can see, we can do faces or edges. Okay. So you can use a face selection or edge selection to generate the tool path that you need. We'll render this, and you'll see that it's going to come in and chamfer. Again, this is a very simple part, but it's very common. Okay? Quick and easy. This will save a lot of hours of bench hand deburring. Okay, so this part's a bit more complex. Holes, slots, a lot of different things we're going to chamfer here. So let's go up and we'll put on our tools and our process. We'll bring our tool down and go to our contouring process. We'll make sure we're at debur and chamfer. We'll set our clearance value. Again, how deep we want it to look. And all these things look reasonably good. So in this case, I'm going to pick the top face and say do it. And because I picked a face, it does everything on that face. So again, quick, easy, simple. All right, let's do these other holes here. So here I'm going to go to the rotate tab. We'll switch the coordinate system. And again, I can either use the face selection or the edge selection. And you can see that all I'm doing here is just picking the faces. I could use the edges. Yeah. So again, quick, simple, not a whole lot of work. All right. We'll go up in here. We're going to change the clearance. I'm going to come to fixturing, and there you go. Okay, so the whole part, chamfered, deburred, however you want to say it, quick and easy. Okay, so let's go in and have a look at this. So you can see it's nicely done. We're going to come in without having to do anything and debur, or chamfer the entire part. Remember, it's quick, it's easy, it's fast, and it'll save you lots of time hand deburring your parts. If you have any questions about this or anything GibbsCAM, please contact your local GibbsCAM reseller. Thank you, and have a great day.